I'm Dad and the champ here, Eddie and Colton. We're trying to get as much of him out into the world as possible because someone's going to see that and latch onto it, go, this is going to resonate with certain people. My kid at one point showed interest in baseball, and I'm like, perfect. Something's going to happen there. So I just threw him out there. We didn't really practice because I'm not really like a dad in the park trying to throw balls back and forth or whatever. That's not the point. The point is I captured it all on video.
Yes, like that.
And make contact with the ball, okay?
Ooh. I didn't even teach him this one. This was just completely improvised on his part. He decided to open up to it and take it right in the chest. I was flabbergasted. Lo and behold, 5 million views. It was a proud moment for me as a father to watch him get hit in the chest with a baseball and only cry for a couple minutes.
I can't let this shit go on anymore. I have to shut it down. These little bonehead, knucklehead, butthead, punks. Some of them, I'm not saying they're kids, some of them are old as some of them are grandmas. And they shouldn't be making content on the internet. I ain't trying to be a bully, but your 15 minutes, all of your 15 minutes is over. So we're here in Sereno, California. I'm thrilled. Today we're talking to Dad and the Champ, which is a channel dedicated to a father and son and their misadventures and the quest for viral fame. I guess that's a pretty succinct way to put it, actually.
I feel it's my responsibility as a parent, it's my duty as a parent to get him as many views, as visible. Hey buddy, we're working here. So just you need to, okay, this is important. I want to be Indiana Jones and Han Solo, Captain Kirk, whatever, and I was working towards those things, and they were going to happen. I was getting there, and I was right on the cusp, and then this little miracle came along, and you know what? It was time for me to not be so selfish. It was time for me to pass along my dream to him.
The kid, as far as I can tell, not really into viral videos, but his dad has a camera out all the time, just recording every single memory they have. Unfortunately for the kid, the memories aren't great.
You want to get a medal? Let's do jiu-jitsu. Never even done it before. We had to borrow a kid's gi. We throw them out there and... you never go high. You go low.
Why do you always have to make fun of...
I'm not making fun. I'm just saying you got to go... If you go high, you see all that happened when you went high. You got to go low.
Cha-ching, cha-ching. Oh, yeah.
After I fell down and my dad stopped doing the cha-ching, cha-ching stuff, a woman walked by with her daughter and asked me, "Are you okay?" And then Dad said to her, "No, we're rich."
So Charles, Colton's uncle, reached out to us and said, "Jason, I've seen your show. I believe in your power. Please come out here and save my nephew's life."
My brother's a jackass. He's got videos of him getting hit with baseballs, he's fallen off a bike, slammed in jiu-jitsu. I mean, what's next? You just hit him in the head with a 2x4 or run him over with a truck or something?
You need some star power to really drive the show. I read somewhere there's going to be a book signing with Dick Van Dyke down at a Barnes & Noble. He had no idea what was going on, but what a moment.
Sadly, it went on Hubo, so...
Hubo?
I mean...
HBO?
HBO. And now Dad is so happy about me now being a movie star.
Beyond the physical injury, there's just it's emotional abuse. And Colton's mom, Cody, she never spends any time with him, and she never sleeps. She's like a zombie.
None of this is possible without my partner, Cody. She rides a train to do her paralegal job. She takes a train, works at a toll booth, and then she takes a train back to the paralegal job to get the other train to come back home. And she comes home, makes dinner. She does the laundry. She does the gears. She does the gears that make the machine go. I'm driving the machine. It gives me the free time to sit there and think of things that I need to do with him.
She's gonna break. That's how you break people, is you don't let them sleep. That's what they do in Guantanamo. She might even just snap and kill all of them.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is basically without her being the engine, I don't have the time and the freedom to really try to get him where he needs to be.
You know, there's people out there probably watching this like, hey, I have a channel. I'm trying to get my family famous. Yeah, we know you are. Everyone is. And guess what? It ain't cool, man. But don't be, sitting there trying to make your kid into a viral video star, because your kid, chances are, probably don't have no star potential. I'm just being real.
With Dad and the videos, I don't really care. I'm mostly bored because it feels like chores.
You're not seeing the value in it now, but trust me.
I'm only a kid for 10 years.
Right, and we have to get those moments. Who wants to see a 20-year-old get hit with a pitch? Who wants to see a 20-year-old get destroyed in a jiu-jitsu match? No, we got to do this while you're 9, while you're 8.
I would like to see a 20-year-old get hit in the chest.
Well, we'll work on that later.
How about I throw a ball in your chest?
I'm going to talk to Colton. I'm going to talk to Eddie. I'm going to say, listen, guys, you need to live your life, love your family, and kill your content.
I miss Mommy.
Oh, this is gonna be exciting. Here we go. Perfect. All right, look at that. Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, Eddie, what's up, man?
What's going on?
We can't really interview you while you're filming us. You know what I mean?
The only thing, it'd be kind of cool doing both interviews. Like, don't you think it'd be?
No, I don't think it would. I don't know if it would at all.
Right.
Want to go viral, right? That's
Yeah, that's the goal.
Can you stop filming for like a half day? Is that something you can do that's possible?
I mean, this really wasn't stated before, but
Yeah, well, I didn't know it was a spoken thing. I didn't know we had to speak it. I'd appreciate you doing us a favor.
Yeah.
Right? I'll do you a favor, you do us a favor.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Come on.
So here we are with Eddie and Colton, the dad and the champ. So what was it like to meet Dick Van Dyke, and how did it come about?
Dad was just like, get out there and show that dude.
How to step in time.
Basically.
Right? Yeah.
And then he just pushed me off the side into the front of the line, and then
he nailed it, man.
Did it.
He nailed it.
Eddie, what would be your perfect day?
I think the perfect day would be to wake up, grab a little breakfast, find out where there's something happening, whether it's a parade or a marathon or a carnival, somewhere where there's a large gathering of people. We go there and
I can see how old this tree was when they carved it.
I just want him to have what I want, just what I wanted, just to walk down the street, to be recognized, for people to look up to him, those opportunities that come along with having a viral video.
I feel miserable.
Colton, what would be your perfect day?
Throwing footballs and hitting baseballs with my dad, and just having a fun dad, and having a dad that could enjoy his life of mine. And the last time I had that day was never.
Eddie, any thoughts on that?
Did you get that? That was good. You can always live a normal life. You can always have that later on, but there's only...
Can you though? If you don't have that normal
There's
youth?
only a couple years on your lifetime as a kid. Just right now, that's the only second in 2018 that we're ever gonna have for that day.
Compared to your other seconds, how would that second feel?
Good, because my dad froze and wasn't talking.
I'm the breadwinner, I'd say. That's fair for now, while it's like an investment in our future, the boys doing their thing. But yeah, I work probably 80 hours a week, I'd say.
Something like that.
Fair.
16, 17 a day, something like that.
Yeah, if you do that math, I work a lot. When I get home, I like to run all the errands, grocery shop, do the laundry. Man, you boys can go through
we go through
some
quite a bit of
clothes.
laundry.
It's like you wear 7 outfits a day. And that's just...
Well, sometimes there is wardrobe changes, so I don't want him in the same shirt all the time.
Yes.
With the videos and stuff.
I really want to support everybody's dreams.
She's sort of like the the executive producer. She does the money. She brings the money in, and I'm sort of the director with the artistic vision.
Oh, the producer, I like that.
So you're like the producer, I'm the director, and we have our little star. So I think it works as a nice little studio we have here. You know, you don't really want the money people coming in and making the creative decisions, because then that can get a little messy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw this out there.
But
if Eddie got a job, maybe you're a weekend toll booth operator. That way you're not, doing 80 hours a week.
I mean, I think what we have right now really works.
The other day I came over and she was in the kitchen and she was boiling corn syrup. It actually smelled like candy corn, but I thought maybe she was making candy corn, and she was like, no, I'm boiling eggs. This whole family could fall apart.
Some people might look at this, I'm not saying me, but I'm saying some people might look at this and say, hey, you're exploiting your son. Let him live a normal life. You're going to ruin his future. What would you say to those people?
Kylie Jenner is like a billionaire, and people love to hate on her. That doesn't. I mean, she's a billionaire. Why would you?
Is it worth it? Does it make sense?
You can finish up the second half of this in a couple years, and you'll see it was all worth it. It's going to be worth it.
What was the question?
I knew it.
I want to talk to you one-on-one, okay? If we ask Colton what he wants, and he says, I don't want to make videos, will you guys stop making videos?
You don't think that Colton wants to make videos?
I think he just wants to be a kid. You know what? I think your husband wants to be a kid too. So we're gonna experience life right now with no cameras, okay? You guys ready for that?
How long are we doing this?
Well, as long as we can go. Let's do it as long as we can. How about that, okay? We just want you guys to be aware, awake, and just in the moment. So on 3, we're gonna start. 1, 2, 3. We're awake, we're present.
Okay, this sucks. All right, here, hold on. Here, I got it. There's a hose right there. Just take this. I got my phone here. Just spray.
Eddie, come on. No, we don't need the phone. That was
Pay him,
7
and
seconds.
it'll hit the
Eddie.
camera. It'll be
Eddie,
funny.
that was 7 seconds you lasted. That wasn't even 10 seconds. You didn't
We're
last.
gonna go inside.
It'll be funny.
Spray me with the hose? I mean, why would that?
It's something. This standing here's nothing. This is something.
The start of it all. That's Darth Maul.
Is this the kind of stuff you like to do? Not to be on camera, but to make films?
Yeah, basically. I also wrote a script for a thing I'm making, but we should probably go because Dad probably wants to make a video.
Has there ever been a time when you've cared less about, viralness, and it's more about Colton's happiness?
I got him. He gets toys and food. I mean, he's got stuff kids want.
Hey guys.
What the hell are you doing here?
What do you mean, what am I doing here?
You just walk in the house.
I'm your brother, right? I mean, I'm just coming by to say hi.
No, okay, you said hi, now it's time to go.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
No, you don't just
High five.
You don't just walk in. I don't need haters in my space, okay? We have something going on here.
Hater? I just stopped by to see how my brother's doing, how my nephew's doing.
I don't care.
How my sister-in-law's doing.
She's fine. They're all fine. You can go now.
You want me to go, Colton?
No.
Yeah,
come on,
you
buddy.
Ask him. No, you
Pound
don't
it
ask,
out,
you
yeah.
don't ask him.
What do
ask
you mean?
me. I said you
I
don't
can
ask
see.
me.
You'll get the look.
Get out.
I'm just here to
Get
check
out.
and make sure you're not dropping him off the roof. Say it.
Uncle!
Uncle what?
Uncle Charles!
Uncle Charles! Uncle Charles!
What's up, bud?
Good.
What was the last book you read?
Incredibles 2.
Oh, that sounds like a movie. What happens in that?
It's basically the same thing as a movie.
You guys don't get along, huh?
No.
Why not?
He just thinks he knows what he doesn't even have a kid. I'm a father. I know what's best for my son. He just comes and puts his nose in because he has some idea of what he thinks of parenting. It's just...
I think your brother, if you're a wolf, he's a lamb, right? A lamb that can kick your ass,
Yeah.
it looks like. Men in general, we got a funny way of showing that we care about someone else, and his way is just to barge into your house.
And assault me.
And, well, I wouldn't call
Basically
it...
assault me.
Simple assault, probably, yeah. Simple assault.
He says we're going to the zoo. You have my phone number, right?
Mhm.
I want you to text me and let me know. I'll come and meet you guys at the zoo.
Okay.
Okay? Because we don't need another hombre situation on our hands.
I tell him to leave. He doesn't leave. I try to escort him out of my house. Next thing I know, I'm in an arm bar and my kid's cheering.
Yeah, that hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because you were doing something you didn't want to do. You didn't want to have your arm barred by your brother, right? But you had to because he was, he had your arm barred.
I didn't really have a choice. He sort of just physically forced me into it.
Does that remind you of any situation you can think of? How do you think I found out about you and Colton? Yep, that's right.
Do you know who hombre is?
No.
This kid fell into the gorilla cage and they had to shoot the gorilla to save the kid's life. You don't want to be responsible for a gorilla dying, do you?
No.
Let's hear what they have to say. And if you don't like what they have to say, then do me a favor and just sit through it. Just listen.
I'll listen, but it's just to get him out of my house. I will just, if that's what it takes, fine.
When it's all said and done, you might feel better about everything. You might have a new outlook. Not, like the phoenix rising out of the ashes, but you might, be the dad who finally, figures out like what's going on.
Probably not.
Okay. All right, well, let's go. I'm gonna follow you in and. You guys might have had the assumption that I was here to help you go viral. I don't care about going viral, Eddie. The internet's a terrible place. I've been there. You guys have all been on it, right? It's a wasteland void of any humanity or respect for any people. And we don't think that your son should really be a part of that world yet.
I know what I want to do. I know what's best for him, what's best for me, what's best for Cody. I know what's best for my family. Okay, I don't need you, and I don't need you, any of this.
We're gonna start with Charles, your brother, who's known you his whole life. How have you been affected by Eddie and this channel, Dad and the Champ?
Well, first of all, and this is the least of my worries, but it is something that happens. I get judged by my colleagues and coworkers. They wonder why I can't step in and say something like, oh, you're endangering...
It's none of their business.
Well,
that's not...
And then just beyond that, I care about you, and I care about Colton, and I care about Cody, and I don't want Colton to get seriously injured, and I don't want him to get emotionally injured and have his childhood taken away from him. And I live with this fear that she's gonna have a psychotic break and stab you in the head.
You're almost like over-connected, but not to your son, to your own dream of what you want your son to be. Whereas she just comes home in this daze like a half-dead zombie, not knowing what's going on, looking like trash all the time, just bags under her eyes, looking terrible.
She looks like trash.
Yeah.
I came in here and the other day and she was vacuuming in the driveway. I love you, and I hate your content. I hate your videos. I hate what you're doing to Colton.
Very succinct, Charles. Thank you for that. Cody, how have these videos affected you in your life?
I'm just so tired. I'm just exhausted. If you could just give a little bit more to the family, and you do so much already, but even if you just got like a part-time gig, that would just really help me out and, help out with the finances, and, I could maybe just sleep a little bit more and then be a little bit more present in your lives,
Dad, honestly, I don't really want to be a movie star.
Honey, if he doesn't want to do it.
Here's the deal, Eddie. You can either keep going down this path towards fame, what you think is fortune. I got news for you. The internet doesn't pay a lot these days. If you get a video that does 10 million views, maybe $40. Like, that's just real talk. Yeah. So you can continue down this path and you can push your son to be something he doesn't want to be, or you can stop. You can kill your content today, delete it all, promise us you'll never make any more videos. Because I gotta tell you the truth, Eddie, I've been viral. SportsCenter's top 10 plays, CNN, Fox Sports, MSNBC, NBC, Fox News, local Fox. I've been all over the world, different TV shows, websites, stuff I can't even read. I don't even know what the language is. I put it in a translator and it can't even tell me what it is. Sri Lanka, I don't even know where it's at. I'm your son's future. All right, I've been a viral star. Is this what you want for him?
Oh my God.
Your son could be anything, but instead you want him to be me? You want him to jump out of an airplane dressed as an Amish man? Is that art?
No.
No, it's so dumb.
That's so stupid. Oh my
I don't
God,
know
what have I
people
done?
watch that.
Nobody will stand up like him.
Will you stop today? Will you kill your content?
Slow brown nonsense.
Yeah. As long, yeah. Yes.
Can we get a pinky swear to Colton? Can you see a pinky swear? That's not a pinky finger, Eddie. We need a pinky finger. There we go. It's official.
Oh, sweetheart. Oh, family hug.
Normally I don't tell parents how to raise their kids because I don't have any, but I do know the internet when someone's wasting their goddamn time. If only I could grab all the other disillusioned parents out there and just shake their stupid bodies and say, stop filming your kids all the time. The world might be a better place, but I can't. You're better off just living your life, enjoying those precious moments yourself, and making videos to show your friends and family. Because once it gets out on the internet, you no longer own it. So remember, live your life, love your family, kill your content.
It's been 3 months. I'm still don't have a job, but I'm looking.
It's been really nice having an extra helping hand around the house and not having to do so much laundry from all the costume changes.
So hopefully soon you'll be able to work less.
I tried to get Eddie a job at my office, but it didn't work out.
We had a little family picnic last Sunday.
We did have a family picnic.
I made some
That was-
sandwiches and
It was nice.
yeah, it was great.
They're a family now. They're a real family.
Thank you, Jason, for giving my dad back and making my life normal again.
Thank you so much, Jason, for coming out and helping Eddie kill his content. I actually, I've got a girlfriend now. Not to make it about me, but I do. So I'm happier too.
You gotta give me that footage. You gotta give me. You gotta give it to me.